Hulk Hogan is arguably the most famous wrestler of all time, but despite all of his accomplishments, he just can't stop himself when it comes to exaggerating his legacy and contributions to the sport. He has often been caught telling lies and tall tales, and now we have another one, as the Hulkster takes credit for being the one who brought the Undertaker to WWE, even if the timing doesn't match up. In a recent video on his website, Hulk Hogan said,
"The Undertaker. It's kind of funny how The Undertaker came about. I was doing a movie called Suburban Commando, and we needed a couple really big aliens, and we had one actor, and we couldn't find another guy big enough, so I remember Mean Mark Calloway from, I think it was the NWA. He was working in Atlanta, Georgia for Barnett at the time. So I had somebody hind down, we brought him to Hollywood, and the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, was one of the bounty hunters in the movie Suburban Commando. We became really good friends. Once we were done, I said, "Man, you're going to come to New York." So I brought Mark Calloway in to meet Vince. And Vince took a long look at him and looked him up and down. He was a monster, 6'10", in really good shape. And Vince said, "I'm going to call you the Undertaker." And I just said, "Oh my God, Vince, we've been training, saying our prayers, and eating our vitamins, and this will never work, the body bags and dead people." But I was wrong on that one. So the Undertaker was born. Vince McMahon named Mark Calloway the Undertaker right in front of my very eyes when I brought him in from L.A. And he worked the heck out of the gimmick. The Undertaker, Mark Calloway, has done a great job. And we have nothing but great matches with him when you're in the ring. That's for sure.
While it is true that The Undertaker did have a small part in Suburban Commando, which he has called one of the worst movies ever made, Hogan's story doesn't add up. For one, The Undertaker has told the story of how he ended up in WWE before, and never has he credited Hogan for it. It seems like that would have come up in an interview if true. Then, there's the fact that Suburban Commando came out in October 1991. Unless the movie sat on the shelf for a whole year after filming, which it didn't, Hulk Hogan couldn't have introduced Mark Calloway to Vince McMahon after that because he'd already debuted a year before at Survivor Series 1990. Hulk Hogan has lived a wild life, but his lies are even crazier. He has falsely claimed that he almost played bass with Metallica, that Andre the Giant was 650 pounds at WrestleMania 3, Elvis Presley was a Hulkamaniac, that he wrestled 400 days in 1 year, and drank with John Belushi after WrestleMania 2, just to name a few. And just last year, Hogan claimed that he nearly wrestled Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 39.